I'm Brian Rogers in the Forecast 3D R&D department. Did you know that we 3D print aluminum, stainless steel, and other metals? Let me show you how I used our direct metal laser sintering, or DMLS, to bring my passion project to life. I recreated my favorite BMX bike and converted it from a chain to a belt using Gates carbon drive components. Consider that bikes with belt drives like my previous project here are designed with a removable section in the rear triangle, since belts don't have a master link like a chain and don't come apart to loop over the chainstay. To make this work, I had to create a removable section of my own that would withstand the rigors of BMX riding. We designed a two-piece interlocking coupler. The coupler was 3D printed in stainless steel material. I polished it, then had it welded in place of a short section of chainstay that I cut out. With the coupler in place, I was able to test ride the bike with the belt for the first time. It felt great, and I was stoked. I smoothed the weld on the chainstay to make it look like one continuous tube, then sent everything out for rechroming. DMLS was the perfect process for creating a durable coupler that could be welded in, and I was inspired to explore the capabilities to bring the project to completion. The styling details of the original GT Power Series sprocket are a huge contributor to my love for this bike and needed to be in the final product. To meet this need, we designed a custom sprocket that combined the original GT styling, but with the inner and outer engagement points and spacing for the carbon drive belt and FSA crankset. Here's how the process works. Our SLM280 printers utilize twin 400-watt lasers that sinter particles of source material together on the build platform in 30-micron thick layers. A breakaway support structure is printed first so the parts can be removed from the platform. We printed the sprocket in aluminum with the face down, so the natural texture of the DMLS print would be in the pockets on the backside and the face could be polished. My sprocket is 265 layers and took less than 2 hours to build. After a few test rides, I had the sprocket polished and chromed. The DMLS sprocket is much lighter than the original, and if I hadn't insisted on the original face pattern, it could weigh even less without compromising strength. Thanks to the DMLS process, everything I envisioned for this project made it onto the final product. The end result far exceeded my high expectations. You really have to look closely to realize that there's no chain. We designed the coupler with tight tolerances so it's practically seamless, and the orientation makes the hardware visible through the windows of the sprocket. It's fun to watch people try to figure out how the belt got on there, but the ultimate reward is the reaction I get when I point out that parts were 3D printed in metal by Forecast 3D.